In this video we're going to look at setting up tariff plans. These are set up under the Settings and Setup drop-down list under Tariffs. And what we're going to do is set up our tariff plans so that we can apply these to the rates that we then create. So you'll see my grid here has a few different tariff plans already set up for the different property types that I have. I'm just going to set up a generic 2-bed tariff plan. To do that one, we click on the Add Tariff button at the top of the screen here. You'll see it lists all of my different tariff plans as I can see on the grid behind me, and I then click Add here. I give it a reference and a description, so in my case here 2B and a 2-bed. I then determine the minimum number of nights that this tariff plan will relate to, so I'm going to leave mine as 1 as a minimum stay. I then determine the physical room capacity, in this case a 2-bed one there, so I'm going to put in 4 people. Sorry, I'm going to put in 5 people because we can actually get that rollaway bed in, or that extra bed for the 5th person, but the total people that this tariff plan relates to will be 4. I then link my tariff plan to a particular room type. I'll tick my box here. As we're setting it up for a 2-bed room type, we select in here our 2-bed apartment. We've not got a combined room type in this case, so we're going to leave that information blank. The default settings down here are for online facility, and we won't look at those just yet, but what we now will look at is the tariff information over here on the right hand side. So we can filter this by the individual days throughout the week. So I'm going to add in my tariff plan for weekdays at $250. And when I come to the Friday and Saturday, I'm actually going to increase that, so there'll be a surcharge there, so I can be quite specific now of the extra charge or the difference for a Friday or Saturday night stay. And the Sunday, we'll just take that back to the $250 there. So I've very clearly got a pricing for each day of the week. If I wish to apply extra person charges on the rate, I can do those here. Alternatively, I can apply a fixed charge on the rate when I set that up. I can also set a colour for my tariff plan here. If you have a look over on the left there, my 2-bed tariff plans currently show as white writing on a blue background. So I'm again going to set the colour for this one the same. You'll see at the top there with the black writing there, very difficult to see, so I tick the box to inverse the text colour, and that way we get our white writing showing on there. So save on that one there. Takes me back to my list of tariff plans. You'll see I've got my 2-bed one showing in the list there now. Close out of this screen here, and as I do, this one gets refreshed and I've got a new tariff plan sitting in here. Okay. You can see as we look across there, the Friday and Saturday nights are showing with $260 for that night, and the other weekdays are $250, exactly as we inserted on the setup of the tariff plan. And what this setup of tariff plans gives you freedom to do, of course, is to have one rate, but based on the seasons, you can then manipulate or update and change the tariff for each of the individual nights there. So looking at my information on the screen here, my yellow colours here are my low season, my green colours at the top here are my school holiday seasons. So based on this tariff plan here, I can update the information or change the tariff for that season there. Now there's a lot of information on this grid here, so because I only want to be concerned with this particular one here, I can actually do a filter or apply a filter so I can see just this information. To do that, I can right click up the top here, filter the tariff plan and select Apply Filter. If I tick the box there to say I only want to look at that particular one and select, I am then just hidden the other ones. That way it's a bit easier for me to see and just then start to manipulate this information here. So I'm just going to scroll across a little bit so we can see our full season there for the school holidays. I'll just show you how to update the tariff plan or the tariff information here. I can do this by either clicking on individual squares or clicking and dragging to highlight multiple squares. When I right click, I then have the option to select a tariff or a daily tariff. And in there I'm just going to increase this by $10 for each of the weekend days, or the Friday and Saturday. Confirm that I want to change that one, and you'll see it updates it there. So again, I can go to this one here, click and hold to highlight multiple squares, select the daily tariff option, update those ones. Again, for those 2 nights there, right click, select the daily tariff, and again I can insert that information. Another way of updating information without doing the click and drag on there is to use the bulk update tool. And again, this is going to be very easy to use because I can then update information for a date range and then be specific about the actual days. So I click on the show bulk update tool. Got some information here that we can then look at. So again, I want to change the daily tariff. So I'm going to tick that there. What I'm going to do now is going to update the Sunday through Thursday days in that date range there. And again, just pop it up to $260 for each of those nights. So insert my tariff, $260. Select the tariff plan I want to update, so the 2-bed one there, tick that one there. And then I want to select the days that I want to change. So just tick Mondays through to Thursdays and the Sundays, and then select the date range that I want to do. So I'm going to highlight to say it's the Friday the 18th through to Monday the 5th of October. So tick on that there. So I've got my information inserted there. So before I do the update, I can actually preview those selected dates to make sure I've selected the right ones to do the update information there. If I click on that there, it highlights and shows me which of the days are going to be adjusted. So I can quickly check, okay, Sunday through to Thursday, Sunday through to Thursday, and then the Sunday and Monday within that date range that I've selected. I'm happy with that. Click update now. Say okay to approve the changes. And then those records have been updated. So you can see how quickly it is, how easy and quickly you can update information using the bulk update tool. We'll hide that one there. That information's been updated. I'm going to unfilter this there, or remove the filter. Again, if I right click on there, filter the tariff plan, just say remove filter. Brings me back to show all of the information in there. But again, we can see the updated information for that tariff plan that we've inserted. So in this video, we've looked at inserting tariff plans, something you must do before you then start to add your rates into the system.